The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Cousins gives way to Cook.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down and goal. Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. Joseph's got it. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical, and that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's a diving catch right side.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
We'll understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 28 yards. And the Vikings... able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one.
A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Cousins. To Jefferson on the slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll take this ahead for about 4, second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second and 5. On the Jets sweep, here's Chase. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him,
going to have a Bengals first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick partner. That's stating the obvious.
Left side. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 50 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam.
Touchdown! That's caught. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, that's complete to DK Metcalf. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down with Dallas. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. He will find his man Chase complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense,
and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And his first pass is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He'll buy some time right. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. On first down, it's Mitchell. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. 2nd down at 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Hitchens leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Taking a shot for Samuel. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down. And couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Flush to his right. He's got a first down past the 30. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the keeper.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On first down, Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Mahomes now on first down, rolling to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And Butker pulled it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So remember now, they've had some problems with the side here that have dogged visiting kickers in the first few years of Levi's Stadium. Well, really any kicker for that matter.
Yeah.
Not sure if that had any effect there, Charles, but that was not the greatest of kicks.
And no, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary on that one. The field looks to be in great shape. He just kind of botched it.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he's brought down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
Flushed out right. Finding room to the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes keeping it himself from 10 yards away as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And the 49er hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. 20. 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there for the Niners.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Garoppolo buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an even 90 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And all the Chiefs have it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Allen. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. To throw on second and 10. Allen going deep for Diggs. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, 44 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move into in the running game.
Right back to him on 1st down. Down to the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Now Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Elijah Mitchell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And Garoppolo wisely, given his injury history, sliding to the ground there after picking up the first down. These two teams all tied after one. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Garoppolo now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen going deep for Diggs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On 2nd and goal. Garoppolo. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack this. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And that is... From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Caught. Kelce, left side. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2, eluding the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Tough end to that play. He had his eyes on that first down marker, but he lost his luggage along the way.
Left it behind, so to speak. I like your analogy there, but here's the key. As he's maneuvering, as he's picking up the first down, as he's gaining yardage, what's the one thing he forgot about?
Ball security.
Exactly. Everything else working perfectly, and he forgot the most important piece.
Run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Mahomes going to throw. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's make these babies cry.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Packers will take.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and themselves.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium.
Stafford on 1st down. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the 50 at Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with...
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Akers. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Second down and goal. Stafford. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are on the board first on the road here in L.A. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over first and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 23.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. first down. Stafford here. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 6-0 our score after one. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything?
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the gun, Stafford trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, that's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
I think he might have been a little bit too focused on turning upfield. He didn't stay in bounds. He caught the ball, but he wanted to catch it and run, get that rack yardage so badly, he forgot to stay in bounds first.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like